Hey guys, welcome back to Buster's Corner. See, microphone working. Okay, we're good. I'm short on time here. I was doing some testing. I've only got about 25 minutes left, so the server's going to time out probably before we get done with the video. Um, so we're Atlanta. I guess we're going to call it the old Atlanta because we got new Atlanta coming, so they're calling us the old Atlanta. I've got two setups. Now, as you know, I wasn't building a setup this week, so we have two that were submitted so far. One from Philip, Crew Chief Philip, and one from Timothy Smith. And I was just testing both of them before I came on live with you guys. We are live. I know there's a delay, so you might not be able to get in here. I know Jack is working on one right now. He's just now posting some data. No, he's posting data from Philip's stuff right now as we speak. So I haven't really dug into that too much, but let's go look, see what we got here. So this one, let's go to the analyzer. First, we got this. So I ran, we can get rid of some of this. I only did 15 lap runs. I ran out of time here. And it's 15 lap minimum for tire data. 10 lap, anything less than 15 laps, you don't have good tire data. Don't even bother posting it. Okay, the top one is Phillips setup. Now this is the 1.5 PHP, and this says dash me. And I'll show you what me is. I made some adjustments to the steering for me. I didn't change. I'll show you what I changed in a minute. Okay, so this was him. Good lap times. All right. If we and this is compared to Timothy tight. Now Timothy, I know what Timothy did here. Timothy is looking for a long run. And actually, when you get down to the 15 laps, 31.9 versus 32.0, this is not much. Point something. Point 4, point 8. Well, actually, wait, that is a full point, isn't it? Uh, that'd be, no, it ain't. That'd be 32.9. So it's not a full point. It's like point oh 0.04. I don't know. Something like that. Here's a 31.7. There's point 0.2. He's only off by point 0.2. So with that in mind, now when I drove the two, I felt like Phil's uh, definitely was tending towards the free side in 15 laps, whereas Timothy was staying tight as to the name, and I'm not sure what's going to go after that. Now I do have some tire stuff we can look at here real quick as we say all that. So the top one is Phillips, 97, 97, 96, 96. Wow, nice and square. He's got a 269 in the back, 261. So this is showing me it is a loose condition like I was feeling. So that was correct in what I was feeling in the steering wheel. Uh, and he was just a hair faster, but the tires look really good. If we go to Timothy's on the bottom, he's hotter in the front, 260, 277. Now, 277 and 262 tells me I have a tight condition. That's what he's calling it, a tight condition. All right. So he's eating up the front more than he is the back. Now, granted, his back is at 98% to a 97, but my front is a whole lot better in 15 laps. All right, so the average is 31.9 overall with 32.1. All right, so that's only 8, 1, 2, 3, point oh 0.04 difference. Um, I could I could I could drive Timothy's with a cup of coffee in my hand, I think. Whereas with Phillips setup, I need to be on my steering wheel. I need to be paying attention. Okay, nothing wrong with either one of them so far. Okay, and I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do just real quick here, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and snip this. And snipping is Windows Shift S, and this box comes up. Take your cursor and go like this. And I'm going to post this over here. There's Jack's data. I'll come back and look at Jack's data here in a second. Um, okay, I posted over there. Now, with that said, let's go look at some other stuff here. Uh, let's start with, I don't have a lot of time, do I? I only got 20 minutes left. So let's try and hurry here. Look at some differences in Timothy's setup. What's he got? He's got the. Is he running 2 bars? He's not running 2 bars. Wow, a negative 100 up here. Um, oh, he's running the reverse springs. Okay. All right, that's interesting. Um, that's interesting. No steering offset, and I can feel that as well. Oh, steering pinion 315. Wow. I'd like to try this again with a 236. And if I would have seen that, I would have changed that to my steering box. 315 is really fast for such a big track. Um, yeah, so I guess if I got into this, I would definitely do something with that 315 right away. Nose weight 50.4, cross weight 52.1. I think this cross weight. First off, I'd get rid of this 100 up here. I don't like this right here. If I was to rework this a little bit for me, just free it up a little bit, I'd dump the 100, get off of this, bring my cross down to about a 50, maybe a 50.5 to free it up a little bit, and then put my bar back on and keep it down low, and something like this. Oh, we get a 50.6. Oh, well then I would just get rid of all this junk in here. There you go. That's going to free you up right there. Tim, if you're trying to tighten the car up for the long run, moving this ARB I don't think is the right way to do it. I think you should have just done your cross weight 4 corners. But that's okay. I mean, and I could be wrong. I have not tested this, so I could be wrong. I don't like reverse springs up front, especially so huge, but I guess maybe other people have done this. Rear springs look okay. I'm kind of surprised they're so low, but it does work. Lower springs does free up the rear of the car compared to higher springs. So that's I think that's where Tim is going with this. All right. Diff preload does not work. It don't matter what you put in there. I don't care. It's just, if it makes you feel good, that's fine. Okay, that's Tim's. All right. Tires. He went to a 35 and a 52. I think I'm liking this. I think I did find good results with a 30 to a 35 on my left side to help prevent it from getting loose in the long run, um, and help keep the tire temps down. So I'm good with the tire temps. I like those. I'm not going to save that. Let's go to Atlanta and fill up me. And what I change on Phillips, oh, there's two things. I should always change the dashboard to a 1, and I changed my steering to 236. That's the only thing I changed on here. And he had the 1.3. It went to 1.5 because I went in here and cleaned up the notes and kind of lined them up. They weren't quite done right, so I finished that up for Phil. All right. Phil's tires running 33, 34, 47s. He's running the lower, on the right side for sure. See how that works for him. What's he run up here? Does he run the 1 bar? He's also running 1 bar. All right. And he's got a cross at 52.4, a 49.9 nose weight. He's got, okay, that looks good. 34, 35 looks good. I like that. 18 to 38, that looks good too. That looks very stable and reliable right there. Notice he's got his right front camber a lot lower than other people, trying to save that right front tire. Yeah, and he's running even caster here, okay, which is fine. And cameras in the back look good. Looks pretty good. Looks really good. Looks pretty clean. Something I had found, I was doing some testing with Tom. Brother Tom's been working on Atlanta's setup, but more of a research and development project he's had. And we're just testing different things. As these cars like to get loose in the long run, I found increase in my nose weight up to about a 51 puts a big stop to that. All right, puts a big stop to that because nose weight, right, is going to make you more nose weight equals more understeer, so it makes you tighter. All right, and I'll go explain this to you guys in a second here. Let me show you why. I got 15 minutes left. I'm gonna run a couple laps here with Phil so we can talk about the track, or maybe we should walk it real quick. Let's go walk it. Hot Atlanta. Tires are getting so hot. Temperatures are up over 300 degrees. Well, you don't want them there, that's for sure. What I've noticed with Atlanta is it feels, it's a mile and a half track. It's a hair over, I think. The straightaways are shorter and the turns are longer. That's what's hurting us now. Oh, right there, see that wall? Oh, I'll do it again. That's my let-off point. That's what I wanted to show you. So the turns are longer. So we're in this turn a lot longer, and we've got the G-force to try and push us up the track, and that's creating the heat in these tires. That's 100 and something degrees in Atlanta. All right, coming down the mountain straightaway. My lift point is the NASCAR, black NASCAR sign up here. See that black sign? This is my lift zone right here. I lift up out. I come down to the bottom. Okay, about this far up off the bottom. My lift point for down here is where the safer barrier starts to come up. You see it right there? See it protruding out? The safer barrier right in here. This is my lift point-ish, if you will. Not this high on the track, probably. Oh no! Have you seen that? Coming out of the pits, you just barely got on the gas and she'll just loop on you. I don't know if that's because the cameras were running or because I'm an idiot. Alright, let's run a couple laps here. As far as qualifying setups, Timothy has put one up there. I think Philip said he was going to put one up there. I have not ran either one of the qualifying setups yet. So here we are. Let's just run a couple laps here. So like I say, so the deal here with the long turns, you can't have a lot of throttle in here. So we're going to lift, let it come down to the bottom, a little bit of throttle in the middle. It's got to rotate through that long corner before you get up on the gas right here on the exit. That's where the free rotation comes in. You got to have a car that has good free rotation. Let it come down, just a little bit of maintenance gas, if you will. And trying to keep the car straight coming up out of the corner. Now early in the run, I can take it a little bit deeper if I need to. That's what I'm doing right now. But later in the run, you just start backing out a little bit more. Or you can trail brake it. I don't think I need to trail brake this racetrack. Alright, so you get a couple of, where'd that slip? Somebody was asking somebody else on Discord whether or not in the pits, let's say you got 5 to go, or green, white, checker, 5, whatever. Can you go into the pits, raise the back of the car, which will loosen you up, to pick up more speed? And I think the answer to that question is yes. Now I wanted to see if I could do it here. Alright, there's our spring purchase on my screen. To raise the back up, we hit the left side. So I'm going to hit the left side. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what's that going to do? It's going to de-rake the car. De-rake meaning we're probably, I don't know where we are. Oh, I ain't got time for this, dang it. We have to get in the motec real quick. Anywho, that's the test you guys should do. That one right there. So there should be negative numbers over there. Alright. I was just trying to show you the track. That's where I lift at. That's how I drive the track. I want to run this through motec real quick. I know we don't have a lot of time. Got 10 minutes. Okay. So that's Phillips. I pushed a little bit harder right there. Then I got the jaw jacking, right? So I'm not worried about that. I want to go get in a motec here. Okay. Whatever that one was, 17. Oh yeah, that's right. We did 2 laps of 17s. Okay. So the first one is Phillips. Oops, hold on. This one. Okay, and then our second one is going to be this one, which is Tim's. All right, let's go back and look at. I want Phil's first. Okay, this is Phil's. Give me Phil's. Okay, I'm looking at lap 5. I'm going to put the car right there in the middle of that track right there. Let's look at ride heights. 145 to 149. That's pretty close. 86 to 96. That's within 0.10. That looks good right there. Um, When I look at the driver, this is the first lap. Well, we don't want to look at the first lap. Let's go back to the overview. Okay. Lap 5. Now we're looking at the right heights, what we're going to do here. See how much is moving. He's got negative 94. Looks good. Let's go to lap 10. Negative 95. 109 to 86. Got a lot of growth here and here. All right. Lap 10. Let's go to lap 15. 92 to 10. 46. You got a lot of growth right there. That's going to create him a loose condition as that keeps going. So if anything, I think I would do something about that, and that might be a spring change. Springs might be too soft and letting the right side grow on them. Thus give him the loose condition throughout the run. Okay. He's also, let's see, 92, not 101 here. Let me see, who's back here? Look at this. 89, and then lap 10, he's jumping to 97. By lap 15, he's up to 101, and now you're pretty high up off the ground. That could probably go down a couple clicks all the way around. Okay, let's go look at Timothy, lap 5. Okay, still same spot. 70 to 71, 99 to 99. Nice and flat. 113 is too high, I think. Maybe that's why he's so tight. That should probably be under 1, especially early in the run. Okay, that's lap 10. What's he got? 116, see he's growing. 76 to 81, pretty close. 104 to weight, really close. All right, lap 15. Ooh, turn up tires at lap 15. Lap 15, 177, 180, that's really close. Oh, see, so see the difference between him and Phil? He maintained his ride height through the 15 laps. Pretty consistent. And he's at 102 here, where he was 113. I think that needs to come down. I don't like seeing a 1 inch in the beginning because it's going to grow on you. I'd like to see a 0.8 right there. I think you get away with a 0.8. See, he's growing, but he's keeping flat. But see here, negative 116s. This is, and here we start eating up tires because of the tight condition. All right, if you go here we're on lap 15. Look at that, 305, 301, 284. So either too much camber or it's just too tight, right? At this point, 118, 120. I got a negative 118. He's just too tight. And if he fixes the rake, that'll free it up because his right heights are looking. I mean, his left to right is awesome, but the rake's too much, and that's killing him. Okay. One last thing I want to take a look at real quick. I want to take a quick look at our shocks. Left front, nothing red. Nothing red. Nothing red. Well, that looks pretty good. I think Phil's just running. I didn't see what Timothy was running, but let's take a look at Phil real quick. Nothing red. He's got a lot of color in there though. No big red, no big ones. A couple of big ones, one right there. There's a bump. I've got some down here. Right rear. He's got some red ones in here. Actually, wait, be fair. Put that on lap 5. All right. All right, these two look about the same. I think they're both running 10s, aren't they? A lot of color in here, though. Hmm, that's all right. It's no big deal. We're done. Just take this off. Okay. Quick look right here. 5 minutes left. Nobody showed for questions. That's good. Let me think. As far as the qualifying setup, like I said, Timothy, you know what? Let me see here. Timothy's got one up there already. I don't need to build one this week, I don't think. Um, and Philip said he's going to put one up there too. Any notes, Timothy? Timothy, there's some notes in there. Let's take a quick look at Timothy's qualifying setup. Just a quick. We got 5 minutes. So you're going to start right here. Do a little spin out right there, a little burn. Trying to spin out doing this, trying to get out of pit road. So when you compare setups, you know, when we talk about what Tim has versus what Philip has, and maybe Jack puts one out, and maybe Tom will release his at the end of the week when he gets done engineering the thing. That's what engineers do. It takes them a while. It's really gonna be. I mean, the driving when you know how much you let off in the corners, how much you carry it in, when you're getting on the throttle. You get on the throttle too soon here at Atlanta, and you're gonna tear up the back tires, no matter whose setup you run. If you're not patient in the middle of that turn, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You come slamming into here. Look at my tire saver over there. Right now, this one is blue. Why? Because it's on the loose side. Good. It's qualifying setup. I want that thing to be blue. But if you're coming down into here with somebody's setup and your tire saver is red, you didn't back off enough to go into that corner. And you're just plowing right up to the hill, right at the top of the hill. What do we get? 31.0. That's a good set. I use some practice with it, and not be jaw jacking when driving it. But I think that's going to be just fine. Things I would change right away, which I didn't do. Oh, he's at 287. So I take that by 236. I would do that. 50.2, 50.4. He's got the cameras maxed out. Yep, there you go. That's what I would have done anyway, huh, guys? I would see if I could drop it down a little bit. You know, how much time do I have? Oh, we don't. That's okay. I can show you this real quick. On that qualifying set, let's take a look at it. Put it right here in the middle. What's the rake? Minus 73. Oh yeah, look how high I am right here. Well, it's not that bad, but I bet you could drop one click all the way around. This looks good. Let me see, where did it, Oh, his rake looks good. 73. Um, yeah, that looks good for a qualifying setup. And these are nice and flat, even though I might be able to drop this down one click all the way around. That's baby stuff. That's minor. Um, I don't think 65 is helping you well. I'm sure Tim tested this. I think this might be better at 55 for qualifying, and maybe a 30 over here for qualifying. Get some heat built up into. I know you want the. Are you looking for the size? I get it. You want that bigger diameter. Um, I'm not saying you're wrong, Tim. If you're watching this, I would need to test that. I think it might be outside the park. I think you can get away with less cross weight as well. Um, and as far as free rotation, I would go ahead and drop this sucker down here. I would try an 8.5-9.5 split. That's just me. -5. This is wrong. I know this is wrong, Tim. And you're gonna go, why, Bob? When you look at the front tires, negative means the tires are pointed um, away from the car. So right now, those both being at negatives, I'm plowing snow. Maybe Tim lives in the Midwest. Greg lives in the Midwest. You're plowing snow. I like to see that we typically take the left side at -4 for a couple of reasons. One, it helps on corner entry. Two, it helps put some heat in that tire. Me, I like my right front to be a +1, so it's also turning left. All right. I would do that and that. And that's it. I wouldn't change anything else. Oh, the diff preload. Man, good thing it's at 75. Because it don't matter where you put this thing. That's okay. Blah, blah, blah. This one here. Ouch. Okay, so +5 is going to tighten you up on exit, right? Because now that +5 is pointed towards the engine, and which means the back of that car is going to want to go towards the wall. Where if I want it to rotate, I want my rear end to rotate, I would do that and that. And that's got both the tires turning left. So it's like a fire engine, right? With the guy in the back of the fire engine with the steering wheel, it's going to make their rear end go around like that. I don't like doing that in race form because I like to keep the back of the car directly underneath, in line with the front of the car to keep the draft, the downforce in line with the car. So a couple of minor changes I would do there, and that's a good setup. I put some notes there too. I'd say, made by Timothy, uh, made by Timothy, the date, and what kind of time you got with it, and tell me, just, I would, Tim, today I ran a 30.1 XX, and it's awesome. There you go. Oh, and I ran fourth gear. There you go. I'm not gonna say that. All right, guys, that's it. We're out of here. This is Sunday morning. Go Niners! They play this afternoon. We have our practice race at I did 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern is our 1 hour practice, and the race lobby sub is at 1 o'clock Pacific, and add 3 hours of that makes that 4 o'clock East Coast time is today's race. All right, guys. Happy race day. See you later.